Welcome to Exegetical Tools Greek Reading Videos, and in this video, this is kind of a standalone video. I wanted to focus on one verse of the Greek text, specifically as you can see here, Ephesians 1:1, and even more special, I want to focus on reading these in some various manuscripts, some of the earlier Alexandrian manuscripts that are included in BibleWorks. So I'm using BibleWorks 10.0. We have some reviews on our website of this software, a couple posts so far, and you can check those out if you want, but you can look at it right here. And this is one of the special features of BibleWorks 10, that it includes some of these early manuscripts. You can see right here the list of manuscripts that they include, and these are also morphologically tagged. So if you go over here to the manuscripts, you can see that these are all each one that says morph, that means it's morphologically tagged. So you have the early Alexandrian manuscripts here, very important and very useful, and they don't have A tagged yet, but hopefully they'll get that morphologically tagged soon. In any case, very useful, and I want to look at Ephesians 1:1 because I've been working on this for a while now in my dissertation, and I've enjoyed using BibleWorks for the manuscript feature. So there's this textual issue where in Epheso is missing, the in Ephesus is missing from manuscripts prior to the 5th century. So the first time it shows up is in A here in the 5th century. And before that, in P46, which is not on here unfortunately, you can go online and Google it and find it online. But in P46 it's missing, and I actually have the readings right here that I prepared for you to show you. So in P46, this is how it reads: Tois hagios usin kai pistois in Christo Jesu. B, Vaticanus, it says Tois hagios tois usin, so it adds the tois. And Epheso is written in the margin, as we'll see, kai pistois in Christo Jesu. And then Sinaiticus adds pasi without the movable nu, and it adds in Epheso. Both of those are in the margins, as we'll see. Kai pistois in Christo Jesu. And then Alexandrinus, lastly, in the 5th century, finally takes those marginal readings like the text. Also takes pasin, adds into the text. This probably added pasin here because in the 3 other places where Paul uses this tois usin in and then a geographical location, there's 3 other locations he uses that: Romans 1:7, Philippians 1:1, and 2 Corinthians 1:1, if I'm remembering correctly. And in all those places, it's tois usin in and then the city name. And he also has pasin right before tois usin as well. So this pasin tois usin, I think the scribe here probably adds that in to conform it, or at least the second hand of Sinaiticus instances in Paul's letters. And here I think he's just following Sinaiticus by adding it into the text and adding it into the text as well. Remember, these are the second hand, so Alexandrinus is following the second hand of Sinaiticus by adding it in there. So this is kind of the textual history of Ephesians 1:1. These are the earliest manuscripts we have, and of the extant manuscripts, the 5th century here is the first time that in Ephesus enters the text. Now all 4 of these have the title what's the form of Ephesus? Ephesius, I think. Pros Ephesius. I'll show it to you in the manuscript. But all of them have the title to Ephesus. So by the year 200, these all say to Ephesus, and that's probably why they grabbed this geographical location and placed it into the text. Now, this is useful for text criticism in BibleWorks, this feature, because let's say I want to look at Sinaiticus. I can pull it up, and here it is. This is the image. And it actually gives you the reading right here. It gives you the second-hand reading. That's what B means. It's the reading with this these corrections entered in. Now let's look at this a little bigger. Let's go load image in viewer. And then that's still a little small, so let's zoom it. to 150 maybe. Let's go 175. Okay. Now, if you've never read any of these early manuscripts before, then I'll help you out here. It takes a little bit of getting used to. It's kind of like reading the Dead Sea Scrolls. If you've ever tried to do that, you know, with no it's a little different because there's no vowel points in Dead Sea Scrolls, but 28. So yeah, obviously all capital letters, and you'll see first I'll show you. The title used to be here. It seems kind of faded, but if we zoom in even more, let's say we zoom in 300%, you can see the P there, the rho, the omicron, the sigma, and then I believe this would be Ephesus. You can see the us ending, so it's the accusative form of Ephesus. Okay, so that's what it used to read. Now let's zoom back out. Now reading here, P, alpha, upsilon, lambda, omicron, sigma. Now this is a sigma. It's a lunar sigma, and I believe all of the sigmas here look like this. So remember, we have a final sigma in our text now, and we have the medial sigma in our text, but this is just the lunar sigma. That's what all the sigmas look like. So Paulos, Paul, alpha, P, apos, and then right here it looks to me like the scribe either maybe he either forgot it and the second hand adds it in, or we'll zoom in here, or he just ran out of room. I'm not sure why, but he adds this tiny little lunar sigma there. So Paulos apostolos. And then right here, iota upsilon with a line over it. And that stands for Yesu, of Jesus. And the line over it shows that it's a shortening, an abbreviation. And it's got the iota to show that it's Jesus, and then the upsilon to show it's in the genitive case. So Yesu, and the same thing here with Christu, the key to show it's Christ, and the upsilon, the line over it to show that then it's in the genitive case. So Yesu Christu, and then dia thelematos, so through thelematos. Thelema is will, and the tos, it's a mot, mu alpha tau. It's a mot stem, third declension noun, so it adds the os for the genitive singular ending. So through the will, dia with the genitive meaning through the will, and then again theta upsilon. So here's God, theos, with the upsilon for the genitive case. So theou, diathelematos, theou, tois, and then this looks like agioi, but then you realize, oh, this is saints, so it's hagioi. It's a rough breathing mark. So diathelematos, theou, tois, hagioi, and then you see right here again this tiny little lunar sigma added to the end. Either the first scribe misspelled it, or he ran out of room and put it there. Looks like he could have fit a full sigma here. So maybe, I'm not quite sure if that's the second hand or the first hand. And if we zoom in, you might be asking, what in the world is this? Well, that's that posse that I showed you earlier. So in Sinaiticus here we have posse in the margin. That's what this is. Oh, sorry. That's what this is, posse. It's a P, alpha, sigma, iota. It took me a while to figure out what in the world that was, but when I did, it made sense. And so to the saints, and then posse, all, and then we have tois usi, and there's this little line over it. I'm not actually sure what that line is, to be honest. I think I asked someone and they explained it to me at one point and I forgot. So if If anyone knows what this line is, please comment on this post. And you can see out here, in Epheso, that's an omega. So the second hand of Sinaiticus, or the corrector, or the whatever, second hand has added this out in the margin. Oh, that's right. I just now remember, because here's the same line, and that is showing that in Epheso goes right here. It should be inserted into the text right here. So it should read Thelematos theou tois hagios pasin tois usin en Epheso kai pistoi. And notice how again the small medial sigma and the omicron, I'm not sure what's going on there, but if you know what's going on, please comment. In Christo, so here that's showing it's the dative case, still contracted, in Christo Jesu. And then we have charis humen. Sorry, I'll zoom back out now. So sorry for getting dizzy from me moving the thing around. But in Christo Jesu, charis humen, grace to you, kai eirene, and peace. Apo theou, another contraction here to the genitive. Apo theou patras hemon. Okay, peace from God, patras, the Father, hemon, the Father of us. Okay, so that's Ephesians 1 and 2 in Sinaiticus here, so you can see some interesting things going on. And just real quickly, because this video is going to get too long if I keep talking about it, but just real quickly I'll show you Alexandrinus, let's look. This is the first manuscript in which an Epheso actually enters the text. So you can see here's the pros Ephesius to Ephesus. And then this text, you can see, looks a little different. I'm going to zoom in just so we can read it a little better. And I'll have to move around a little bit. So, Paulos, Apostolos, Christou, Jesu Christou, dia thelematos, theou, through the will of God, tois hagios, so to the saints, pasin, and so now he's taken that marginal pasin and added it into the text. So to all the saints, tois usin, who are in Epheso, to all the saints who are in Ephesus, kai pistois, the dative plural, in Christo Jesu. Okay, so great feature of BibleWorks. It's really fun to just play around with the manuscripts and try to read them. You notice some interesting things about textual criticism and the way these manuscripts were written. It's helpful for improving your Greek, just to try and read through these a little bit, because you don't have the helps of accents and breathing marks, and so you have to figure out how to pronounce these correctly, which then makes you pay more attention to how, like in our edited in the NA 28 and stuff like that, makes you pay attention to breathing marks and accent marks a lot better. Helps you to remember to pronounce words correctly as you're learning Greek, which is always helpful. So that's Ephesians 1:1. Now, what was the original reading? That's a good question. I'm writing on that, and I hope to maybe have a new proposal out at some point. But that's it for now. If you can follow the blog if you want to be informed if I ever get that out in writing somewhere. I have it in writing. We'll see what happens with it. So follow the blog if you like these videos. Look in the upper right corner, subscribe to our blog, and hope to do a lot more of these free videos, just randomly looking at some Greek text. And you can also check out our other Greek reading videos. We sell those series. They go through entire books of the Bible, and currently we have Greek reading videos going on. We have some further series in production. Go check them out. They're under the Learn Greek tab. Thanks a lot for checking it out, and I'll see you later.